So I gave you guys a quick tour the other day, and I realized that my current setup is kind of pitiful, so we're taking steps today to fix that. I ordered some things from B&H to try and set things up, and listen, it's not going to be pretty, but I also got stuff to make a desk. So we're going to start by opening all our boxes here, and then I'm going to put my desk together. Listen, there's better ways of doing things. If I had spent any time at all on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, or even just asking, look at some of the thrift stores, I could have come up with a more elegant solution. I don't necessarily, I would rather reuse things as much as possible, but I have a solution and it will work. And you guys will get to see it in just a second. But first, let's pop open these boxes. All right, actually I lied. We're going to put the desk together first. So I went the traditional cheap route of buying just a slab door. They didn't have any plain solid core doors, so this is hollow core. But because I'm only really going to be using, yikes, space is a little tight here. But because I'm only really going to be putting my laptop on it or writing on it, I'm not too concerned. It'll work for now. I briefly considered building legs, but decided it'd be more trouble than it's worth. I would rather keep the door more or less unadorned. There's a pun there if I cared to go for it. So instead I just bought some little $20 sawhorses, because these will continue to be useful in the future. So I'm gonna make some space here. We're gonna put the desk, table, what have you, underneath this window. Get some nice light, and then with our new workspace, we'll go ahead and pop open those boxes, which should be fun. Actually, some of this might just live underneath the table for now until I find a better home for it. So yeah, these were $20 sawhorses. They're nice, they collapse. They actually hook together, which is fun. Makes it easy to carry them both around. And then the navigate around. The hollow core door, I got, it's 80 inches long, 32 inches wide. Was, I think after tax ended up being 50 bucks. Not super cheap, but it'll get the job done. It's not quite as sturdy as I would ideally like, but we've got lots of space, which will be most welcome. All right, ta-da! Oh, one more thing. So even though we're starting remotely, there are still a number of students back on campus, so all of the office chairs are out, so $10 folding chair. That's one of the things I probably really should have held off on and gotten a better seat, but I have some place to sit now. Yay! So let's pop open some boxes and talk about what I got and why, and start getting things set up. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what is in what box, so we're just gonna kind of open them as they are, and we'll see what we've got. I'm assuming there's a more sensible order to open things, but I'm not too worried about it. It's like Christmas with bubble wrap. Doesn't want to pop, it just wants to squeak. All right. So we got a boom arm. I got the boom arm mostly because it was a package deal with the microphone, and the price was good for both of them, more or less. Actually ended up getting a dynamic microphone. At the setup at the house that Court and I use for streaming, we've only ever used condenser mics. I went ahead and got an audio interface that utilizes USB-C. Since I run a Macbook, which only has USB-C ports, it seemed to make sense. I was really glad to find that these are a thing now. I think the Studio series for PreSonus came out last year, which is cool because I've been using the audio box interfaces for years. BCD1, I've seen mixed reviews on it, but the price was right. It was what was in stock. So we're gonna give it a go, see how we like it. Try something different. I honestly would have sprung for an Audio-Technica, an AT2020. However, everything affordable and reasonably good is back-ordered, unavailable. Go figure. So I figured I'll try something different because I am impatient. And I'm tired of, I'm used to having a nice streaming setup. So it hurts me a little bit when I have to answer my Zoom calls, do video conferences with the laptop webcam and the laptop mic. So we also have a light stand. A light stand, Eric? Yeah, a light stand. I don't own one yet, so now I do. Well, why the hell do you have a light stand? Well, because I also got a light, because, there's a big window here, to be fair, but it really doesn't let that much light in when it comes to the webcam I'm currently using. So I've been using my laptop's webcam. The image is soft and lousy, but it does a reasonable job for compensating for the lack of light in here. But I have a C525 from Logitech, which is a fine webcam. It's okay. Slightly tighter field of view than I would normally prefer. Interesting. Slightly tighter field of view, but at least the Logitech webcam controller on MacBook is hot garbage and basically unusable. You have limited control over everything. The auto exposure makes me cranky. So the easiest way, I figured, styrofoam squeaks. Ugh, I hate it. I figured the easiest way to correct for that would be to get a light. So it's a 14-inch Godox LED ring light. I'm not the biggest fan of the ring light look, but I know Courtney is. So this is something I'm happy to use for now. I'll probably set it up off to the side, maybe about where the camera is right now, to light things up. And then when I'm done with it, it will become part of Courtney's recording setup for crafting videos and the like. I don't know. We'll see if we like it or not. So that's what we have. I'm going to throw some stuff together on the... Oh, that's cute. Phone clip. Little gooseneck. Adapter. A screw. All right. Fun stuff. I'm going to put this all together and we'll see what it looks like. Just for a quick comparison, this is pretty much what my Zoom call setup has looked like. MacBook in the lap with the onboard webcam and mic. Not so great. Let's take a look at what a more proper setup looks and sounds like. Right, quick jump cut to the car. I got everything set up. Pretty happy with it, but the door is just too dang big. So we're actually going to take it back real fast and swap it out. So this was a 32 inch wide door. We're gonna go try the 24, I think. Should open up a lot of space in the room. I won't have quite such a heinous amount of desk space, and hopefully it'll balance out a little better. And Yeah, I look forward to showing you guys the final results. I'm much happier with this setup rather than just rocking the straight up, you know, Mac hardware. Good audio makes a big difference, I tell you what. That and good lighting. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a minute. So, what do you think? Does it look better? I think this looks better. It probably sounds better. I hope it sounds better. Having invested now a little bit in upgrading the mic setup, we've got the MXL BCD1, which is it's a dynamic mic, which is new to me. But hopefully it sounds good. We're running it through the Studio 26C from PreSonus. Right now I'm recording in OBS. I do have a couple of OBS filters turned on. I've got an expander and a compression. So those won't really be in play as much when I'm doing Zoom calls and the like. Microsoft Teams is actually what we're using for the most part. So if we pop into filters and I turn off the expander and I turn off the compressor, it sounds a little more like this. Probably not quite as boosted, and you might be able to hear a little more background noise, but it's really not a big deal. But for a little bit cleaner audio, to get the most audio out for streaming and the like, not bad. I think this should be pretty good. So overall, I'm a lot happier with the setup. It makes it a lot easier to get work done. Actually got everything set up last night, but then I went to go meet up with some of my classmates to celebrate one of their birthdays. And as you can already see, maybe I've already started doing some of my schoolwork today. It's so much nicer having a desk to lay things out and get myself organized. I'm really excited to have that set up. I'm impatient. I couldn't wait. If I do end up getting a table from James, it'll probably live underneath the printer. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have. A little bit of a, setup, studio upgrade. The light's nice, it's positionable, so I can pop it overhead and flip it down and do some nice desktop project videos. I would like to do a little more work with my background, because right now it's my bed from the webcam, which is fine. Maybe I'll get some colored lights to go behind me. That's the thing to do, right? Or get a backdrop. We actually have some backdrops. Maybe I'll play around with that. But I'm sure I'll do another update video as that changes. But yeah, I'm happy for now. It's, moving onward and upward. Anyways, hopefully I will see you guys soon. I'm working on putting together some videos about the classes I'm taking this semester and how that's going to look, given current events. But feel free to let me know if anyone has any questions or whatnot. We might also do a little more specific musings on some of this equipment. I definitely have thoughts about the webcam I'm using currently, and some complaints. And maybe we'll talk about some ways I might go about addressing those. I don't know. Anyways, hope everyone's well, staying safe, and yeah, talk to you guys soon.